The announcement of the $1 billion Growing Communities Fund in the spring was welcome news to all local governments. The need to expand core infrastructure, both local and provincial, is one of the key barriers addressing the housing crisis. At the summit, you described the Growing Communities Fund as a down payment. What's next for the province? Will there be a second phase?
Thanks very much, Jen, and thanks for the questions. Look forward to hearing the questions from the floor. The Growing Communities Fund was an opportunity to support you directly with urgent concerns in your community. In terms of next phases and support, there are a number of different directions we're working on together in partnership with you. Had a really positive meeting with the RBA folks the other morning. And the RBA people in the House. So we've made some material progress on that. We released a joint report following our work there, and that work continues. We're working with the federal government around their what they call their Municipal Housing Accelerator Fund. We had a bit of a struggle, frankly, encouraging the federal government to connect that fund with the direct challenges faced by communities around the infrastructure they need to get housing done. The new housing minister seems much more open to that discussion, and so we expect some good progress on that, and we're going to Ottawa shortly to press them for that. Around critical trade infrastructure, which also has positive impacts on local governments and communities around rail, transportation. It's a focus of the Western premiers and premiers across Canada. We're meeting with the federal government on that. That's also a direction that we're moving in. And then finally, around infrastructure for housing that you mentioned, Jen. There are a number of municipalities and regional districts that have identified a piece of infrastructure that would free up lots for either residential or industrial development and would both support you with an increased tax base or relieve housing pressure. And so the Ministry of Housing is looking at ways with the Ministry of Finance of how we can support you on that infrastructure to get those pieces moving in your communities. So a number of different pieces, and that is not even to talk about the emergency infrastructure we're going to have to deal with. Thanks.